funding on that. So, we're really down to about 3 positions. So we should be able to take care of that by that first July meeting. So with your permission, we will reschedule that from the 16th to the 30th. 16th to 23rd, and then a just in case meeting on the 30th, yes. I do want to mention a couple of things on the instruction side. The scheduling seems to be going along pretty well at the schools. I've asked, and it doesn't seem like we're having any real problems right now in terms of being able to staff the things that we're wanting to do. I'll remind you that we now have both high schools have the middle school matters programs. Those 7th and 8th grade students will be pretty much separated from the 9th through 12th grade group. They'll run separate bell schedules, and that program went very well at Pike County High last year. We're looking forward to the same thing at Goshen High going forward. The academies, as a reminder, we have 8 different academies now that lead to an associate degree: business and finance, agri-science, performing arts, first in flight and leadership. Somebody may have to help me. Paralegal studies, health information, HIT, health information technology, exercise science and health. That's it. I think that's all 8 of them. The applications have been in for some time. The kids have already been given notification, and so we're already gearing up for next year's academy group. We'll have, again, this year, well in excess of 100 kids working on dual enrollment towards associate degrees. Short-term certificate programs will be, for the fall will be IT audit and assurance and app development. In January, we will add building trades. Welding will connect with a post-secondary partner. Help me, Dr. Hayden. Airframe will be added. We're looking at EMS and fire science as well, and possibly a couple of other programs. And again, what we're trying to do with those short-term, both the associate degree and short-term certificate, we're trying to tie them directly to the regional workforce needs. And as far as the new building, we're ready to go up there for next year. We're still trying to put as much technology in the building as we can. The next thing you would like to add to that would be the virtual reality headsets and the drones and some of those things that we still haven't purchased yet, but we're working on that. The road, I don't know if you've been up there or not, the road along the back between the project that's going on up there, you can see that the dirt spoon, we've talked about that road. And again, it looks like we're going to be have road frontage from the industrial park to where the road will come out of where our building's at into that road that's going to go behind our property there. So we think we're going to be ready to have school here in a month. But we've got a lot more to do. Next month, a few more hires, and then we're going to do just a good bit of professional development leading into the beginning of the school year. But we've got a lot of people out participating in professional development right now. So, and some of them as presenters. So, but we're ready. We're getting close. Okay. That's all I had.
Item 5 is the adoption of the agenda.
Recommend it be approved with 6 additional items.
Heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Steve, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We have no unfinished business. Items 7A, the final audit report by the examiners of public accountants.
Mr. Lambert.
Mr. Lambert.
I'm here representing the examiners of public accounts, and I worked on the audit. And I'm Mike Lambert. The audit of the Pike County Board of Education has been completed for the period October 1, 2016 through September 30th, 2017. The audit opinion was unmodified, which means there were no issues with the financial statements. The child nutrition program was examined for federal compliance, and there were no audit findings or reportable conditions reported in the audit.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you to Jennifer and our bookkeeping staff, not only here at Central Office, but in the schools and principals and everybody for their work to make sure that we have good audits like that year in and year out. We continue to do things that we're supposed to do. So thank you.
All right, item B, awarded cleaning service bid, RFP 1819 to Falls Facility Services.
Recommend to be approved.
You've heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C, approve request to contract with Troy University to provide 2 graduate assistants to tutor virtual and dual enrollment students at the CL3L students.
Students at the CL3.
Is that what I said?
Virtual and enrollment students at the CL3. Period.
Students. Yeah, should be students.
Recommend to be approved. Whatever.
You heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Dr. Foster, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item D, approve permission to add Kadra Owens, Goshen High School, to the list of students attending the Ambition program via the National Flight Academy, July 22nd through 27, 2018, no additional cost.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Price, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item E, approve permission for Harold Jones to attend the Instructor Logistical Course and Curriculum Manager Training, July 9 through 13, 2018, Fort Knox, Kentucky. Expenses paid by Cadet Command.
Recommend to be approved.
You've heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Steve, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item F is to approve permission for Harold Jones and Tom Powell to attend the ALA CTE Conference July 30th through August 1st, 2018. Expenses will be paid by Perkins funds.
Recommend to be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion? Dr. Price, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item G, approve permission for Harold Jones to attend the annual instructor workshop, July 23rd to 26th, 2018, Jackson, Mississippi. All expenses are paid by Cadet Command, retroactive.
Recommend to be approved.
It's not retro.
Unless they should be retroactive, it's just next month.
Yeah. Recommend to be approved.
Your recommendation, have a motion.
I'm gonna
Ms. Steve, have a second.
second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item H, approve permission for Goshen varsity volleyball team to attend the volleyball team camp at Wallace State Community College, July 24th through 27th, 2018, Hanceville, Alabama. Expenses paid with volleyball funds.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, I have a motion. Dr. Price, I have a second.
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item I is to approve and deny student transfer request per the attached spreadsheet.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second? Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. On to item 8, personnel. A, accept resignation of Ethan Carroll, social science teacher, Goshen High School.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion? Dr. Foster, do I have a second? Reverend Green, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item B is to accept retirement resignation of Janet Rhodes, third grade teacher, Pike County Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C, approve reemployment of Casey Patrick, special ed aide, Banks.
Recommend it be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item D, approve reemployment of Destin Tyler and Annie Finn, part-time aides, Pike County Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion? Dr. Price, do I have a second? Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item E, approve the transfer of Rebecca Lester from first grade to second grade, Goshen Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Ms. Steed, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Price, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item F, approve the transfer of Catherine Dennis from 5th grade to 3rd grade, Pike County Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Foster, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Item G, approve transfer of Latilia Berry from 6th grade to 5th grade, Pike County Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Price, do I have a second? Reverend Green, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item H, approve employment of Mitzi Knotts, 6th grade teacher, Pike County Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I, approve employment of Jessica Coley, 1st grade, Goshen Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion? Ms. Sneed, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Price, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item J, approve employment of Amina Hall, art teacher, Goshen High School.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Price, any second? Reverend Green, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item K, approve employment of Teresa Edgen, social studies teacher, Banks.
Recommend it be approved.
For a recommendation, do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item L, approve employment of Sherry Evans, business teacher, Pike County High School.
Recommend it be approved.
For a recommendation, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Price, do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Steed, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item M, approve employment of Virginia Floyd, special ed teacher at Goshen Elementary.
Recommend it be approved.
For a recommendation, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Foster, second.
Second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item N, approve employment of Kelly Singel, math teacher, Pike County High.
Recommend it be approved.
You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dr. Price, do I have a second?
Second.
Reverend Green, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item O, approve employment of William Sanders, health teacher, Pike County High.
Recommend to be approved.
You've heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Steve, any discussion? Steve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item P, approve employment of Erica Shepherd, special ed teacher, Pike County High School.
Recommend to be approved.
Heard the recommendation, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Gotcha. Dr. Price? Sorry. Does that have a second?
Second.
Mr. Davis? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item Q, approve employment of Daniel Powell, math teacher, Goshen High.
Recommend to be approved.
Heard the recommendation, do I have a motion?
Remove.
Dr. Price, have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item R, approve employment of Tyler Logan, band director, Goshen High.
Recommend to be approved.
You've heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item S, approve catastrophic leave for Michelle Caffey for the 18-19 school year.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Price, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item T, approve employment of principal, Goshen High School.
Recommend Mr. Ken Britford, principal of Goshen High School.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Dr. Foster, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Additional items under 8U, accept resignation of Gayla Jones White, bus driver.
Okay. Recommend to be approved.
You've heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Vice, have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item V, approve employment of Taylor Hayes, physical education teacher, Pike County Elementary.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Ms. Steve, have a second?
Second.
Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item W, improve employment of Holly Barber, virtual high school teacher.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Ms. Steve, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item X, approve volunteer status for Jared Guilford, band, Pike County High School.
Recommend to be approved.
For the recommendation, do I have a motion? Mr. Davis, I have a second.
Second.
Dr. Price, any discussion?
All of these volunteers are on our previous list for background checking.
That's correct.
All right.
All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item Y, approve volunteer status for Dietrich Flower, band, Pike County High School.
Oh, I recommend it.
Your recommendation, do I have a motion? Dr. Foster, do I have a second? Reverend Green? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And Z, approve volunteer status for Quantity Foster, band, Pike County High School. Ms. Prue, have a motion. Price, have a second. Mr. Davis, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Yep. Let's do that.
Under nine, I'd like to recommend that the meeting dates be adjusted as we discussed earlier.
Per the recommendation, we will move the July meeting from the 16th to the 23rd of July.
And the intermediate board meeting will be the 30th. I recommend that.
You've heard the recommendation, do I have a motion? Reverend Green, do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion is carried.
That's it.
I have a motion from Reverend Green to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Dr. Foster. It is 5:56. Pike County School Board is adjourned.